like to thank our athlete scholars that are going to be participating in a panel discussion today. These men and women are not only outstanding athletically, but also academically. When you see Brother Etan Davis, please, brother, stand up. Etan, stand up one moment. You see a giant of a man, but also equally a big mind and a big heart. He is an author, also has written a book on Athletes Matter, talking about athletes and activism. Too many athletes want to deny their responsibility to be activists. And we thank you, Brother Etan, for standing up. I want to thank Miss Nakia Sanford, a WNBA veteran and a businesswoman. She's channeled that same positive energy of athleticism and has taken it into the corporate and the business world. And Anton Davis. Anton, why don't you stand up one moment, please? Wonderful man from the Oakland area. I've got a partial feeling about the Bay Area, just great people, generation after generation. Now, when you have twin children and both of them play basketball, and his daughter goes on to be a part of a national championship team in college in South Carolina, that's the father with the mother, and then the son goes on to play professional basketball in Europe. You've done a mighty job and studied computers while he was in college. Give him a loving round of applause. Why is that so important? When the Rainbow Push initiated its Silicon Valley project, we have the talent, just did not have the opportunity. Anton, the reason I'm bringing up Anthony specifically, born and raised in the Bay Area. He saw the transformation of artificial intelligence. He saw technology. He saw the new wave of the wealth that was going to be created. He studied computer and information systems in the Bay Area at the time he was growing up. How did all of these major corporations miss this talented man and not put him on their boards? Why is it important that we have a Rainbow Push Coalition? Why is it important that you come out? Our children are going to be graduating in May. These young men and young women that are playing college athletes are going to make their universities millions, if not billions, in sponsorship for coaches' salary, for tickets and jerseys, sales, and they won't have the same opportunity to coach on the team that they just won. They won't have the same opportunity to sell the jerseys and the t-shirts and to do the medical practices on the teams they just played for. They won't have the same opportunity to be sponsored to go to college for the same teams that they made money for to go to their medical school, their grad school, for law school, for business school. We have to unite. Our children are being shortchanged and robbed. It's up to us to make a difference. And I want to thank these athletes for coming back, for giving back as they have always done continuously. Indeed, when our talent and our children rise up in prominence, it is made a point that they're told to stay away from people that make a difference. I want to thank these athletes for coming back, that have always given, that have never stopped giving, and that do make a difference. Can you believe, in closing, that it is African American History Month? Have you heard the term? It seems to be going through a period of erasure. We're not even talking about the things that my father, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, just mentioned. We have been here before. My friend is not here today right now, Brother Isaiah Thomas. Brother Isaiah Thomas came through these very doors to get food with his family. This happens 365, 52 weeks out of the year here in Chicago. Don't you remember when Isaiah Thomas tried to buy the Toronto Raptors? Don't you remember when he had the opportunity about 15 years ago to buy a stadium in Toronto and a major and a national basketball franchise? And he showed up with $120 million. And what did the owner say? The owner told him, "You're black. It's got to be worth something more to you. Give me $20 million more." And that is the reason why in Black History Month, Isaiah Thomas does not own the Toronto Raptors. Now we're going to move on with our program. I'm going to ask Reverend Bryant to come forward. Reverend Bryant, he's going to be our coordinator of the panel. Reverend Bryant serves as our director of the Silicon Valley Project. Why don't you come forward, Reverend James Bryant? Thank you, ma'am.